Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you are a power year number 5, you're at the right place. Now, fives, you only have to calculate your power year number once for the year of 2020. Your monthly number changes, and that's where I come into play. Now, fives, um, if you just look at the calculation box below, or if you hop onto Gemma's Window at gmail.com, the actual calculations to get to your power year number is there. But that said, let's move on to what do those numbers mean for you. Now, if you're in the year of 5, June is the month of 11 over 2. Now, the year of 5, fives, you may feel like you have a lot of energy this year, or you feel you're compelled to change your mind a lot. You're not sure exactly which way to go. You just know you want to keep going. And so sometimes you might be feeling a little impulsive this year, and you might make a change a little quicker than normal. You might think about cutting your hair during this quarantine and then just lop it all off yourself and then think later on, I wonder if I did the right thing. Fives can be about adventure and change and communication. 5 is a great counseling number. So words are important this year, and you'll be challenged with conversations that you have with others to try to get them to understand why maybe you've suddenly had a change of heart or you need a change in some way, shape, or form. In combination with this month of 11 over 2, which technically can be also a month of 2. But what makes it different than a month of 2 is it makes it double. It's double the pleasure, double the frustration. So you've got you changing course and changing your mind and having people trying to keep up with you, and the frustration of, well, maybe you didn't get your point across clearly, what you were looking for, or you're not satisfied, or you want to leave already. And then combine that with the sensitivity factor of getting your feelings hurt. It's not somebody else's feelings hurt. It's you getting your feelings hurt, or feeling like overwhelmed, or this situation is too big for me. With that said, fives, wowza. Let's take a look at this month for you. We're going to look at June, and we're going to start with looking at fives who are employed. And I want to take a look at, do the cards tell us how you're being perceived at work? Do the cards tell us that there's any changes that are going to happen? They're going to tell us what they feel the majority of you need to hear. So that said, let's pull out some cards for our 5 in this month of June. Of course, we're all under stress or constraints during this COVID month, and things should be, in New Jersey anyway, it depends on where you are, but in New Jersey, we've been hit only second to New York. And so if we're lightening up by June 15th a little bit, you may be too. May still have to wear masks and gloves. I don't know about that. But we'll be able to go to more places. But this month of June, to me, it does look a little explosive for you, fives. And it looks like you are very disappointed in other people. And my suggestion to you from these cards is to find the right party or parties to speak with about the confusion at work. And I do feel it is more than one person. What I would also suggest to you is not to make a rash decision. Try to not say something you'll regret, to not pack up and leave, because I feel like you're getting more information than you need, or possibly even made up information, or rumors, or somebody assumes something somewhere and it comes down the pike and it gets to you. I feel like you do have to get a hand or a handle on more than one person for a lot of you at work, and maybe they're not in the same group and you wouldn't talk to them at the same time, or maybe it's two different sections, like two different clients, or maybe it's one client and one boss at work. Whatever it is, it's more than one situation that you've got to put your you are going to do it, and you are going to do it. Because I will tell you, the month of 2, which is technically what you're in, is the month where you work with others and you come in and you try to possibly even be a peacemaker. And man, are you going to be doing it. And you're going to be doing it to benefit yourself. So the card where I find you distraught makes me nervous, where I don't want you to overreact. When I say I mean the messages that are coming in. Your guides are coming into me. These cards are coming into me clairvoyantly. My guides are coming in. These messages are coming through me. And so just to sum it up, I say me, that these messages are coming from me, but they're not. So the cards don't want you to pop your bippy, so to speak, and blow something for yourself because you are distraught, and maybe something, well, I knew this was happening, but I didn't know that was happening. There are many moving parts going on at the workplace for you, and dynamics that you have to squash and soothe and smooth over for yourself, and you will do it. The universe is on your side in this month of June, okay? Bear that in mind. Now let's take a look for 5s who are looking for work, and just bear in mind, 5s, that any words that are spoken, if they resonate true to your situation in the workplace, go for it. The reading applies to you. When we're looking at cards for someone who's looking for a job, well, you could have a job and have your ears open for something else, or have applied for something else. There could be all kinds of scenarios. So, you know, there any words that are spoken during this reading are for 5. Now let's take a look at those of you who are specifically looking for work. There's that doggone Jekyll and Hyde card again, doggone it. And what that means is that, I think I've already seen this combination today, but, you know what? I did a private reading today, and I think this combination was in that. Is that 5s, you are going to be double talked. Okay, you're going to be hearing one thing from one person and another thing from another person, or maybe it's just one company where you're hearing from one person who is telling you, yeah, it's coming, or I don't know, maybe next month. Whatever the messages that are coming, the person who's saying them is not completely sure they are the truth. That is where the Jekyll and Hyde card comes from, because you aren't really getting the answers. But the good news is your future card says there is delayed success for you. So you're not coming from a place of confidence. You're not feeling like anything's coming through for you or is going to come through for you. It is going to come through for you, but it is the Empress card that represents 9. So that could be in 9 days. It could be the 9th of a month, the 19th of a month, the 29th of a month. It could even be in 9 hours. It could be in September. So 5s, keep on plugging, because your confidence is going to be down possibly in various situations for some of you. But keep on plugging, because you are not getting the whole story, because the people giving the story don't know the story themselves exactly. Okay, 5s? Let's put these cards back together and let's move on to our 5s who are in a relationship or who are looking for a relationship. Now, 5s, there can be changes within relationships during this year. And it can be a year where you're feeling a little bit more independent, or you'd like to be a little bit more independent, and somebody's holding you back, or they're not moving as quickly as you, and you're getting impatient. And then you've got this 11-2 month hanging over your head where you might just make a snap decision rather than try to work with someone. So let's shuffle these cards and take a look at 5s who are in a relationship, and what is it that Spirit wants us to know today for some of you who are in a relationship. This is a little bit of the opposite. Let's see. Now, you're coming from a place where I feel like you have had 2 feet on the ground. You have said, nope, not doing it. Nope, not going there. Nope, not going to do that. And then I have that you suddenly decide to do it. So you're in this relationship and you've been holding firm, and you decide that, you know what, let me either explore what they're discussing. Someone said they want to move to Kansas, and I said, no. And then all of a sudden you have this dream about Kansas, and it's really cool, and you say, you know what, maybe, all right, maybe I'll just go out there, for a weekend and take a look, or I'll look on realtor.com in Kansas and I'll take a look, or I'll look at some pretty towns there or something like that. And suddenly this whole new relationship emerges for you. It's very positive, 5s, and it is possible, 5s, that this is stretching into something else for you, such as a reconciliation, because you're going to give in about something, and quite spontaneously at that. It can also be a new relationship, as in a whole new career path for you, because you've opted to say yes to something in a relationship, a whole new home where you never thought, where you lived, you could only rent because you couldn't afford something before, but now in Kansas, you suddenly can. So all of a sudden, you have a whole new relationship. You're a homeowner with someone. I feel like you are going to make a sudden impulsive move in a direction you didn't think you were going to with a spouse and or loved one, and you're going to be very happy about it. It's going to lead to bigger and better things for you. Very, very cool, 5s. That is really those explosive numbers you've got going on working for you. Now, for 5s who are looking for love, now as you see, sometimes, the words just, or the meanings just can cruise into a different element than what I'm asking. So I'm asking about those of you who are looking for love, but maybe this will also reflect on those of you in a relationship. So I don't mean to confuse you. I am trying to be as specific as possible, But I do want you to feel empowered at the end. That's me talking. I want you to feel empowered at the end of a reading. And so I want you to understand that you can be flexible. It's a 5 reading. It is for you in this month of June. Okay, so we're taking a look at those of you who are looking for a relationship. And what I have is you dragging your feet. You're really dragging your feet because you're hoping to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. In other words, you're hoping to make something that's really not meant for you or workable work for you because you're afraid of being alone. You might be backpedaling a little bit by juggling more than one person, trying to figure out, well, who's the best, who's the best, who's the best. And what it ends up here suggesting to me is that you listen to the person who actually has the biggest mouth. So whereas you've got one person who you were interested in, but they don't seem to be fighting for you or coming after you, so you figure, well, I'll go for the person that likes me. But I feel like in this instance, just don't cut off your nose to spite your face, because you might be being impulsive and hasty in that decision because you just want things to move already. You just want things to move. So enjoy that squeaky wheel. Enjoy that person for a while. But you might, again, that word backpedaling comes to mind again, where all of a sudden then you start hearing from that other person and you find yourself in a bit of a conundrum because you're like, well, now I'm into 3 months with this new person and I'm still not sure what I think. When I really wanted the other person, but they said and did the wrong thing, so I wasn't going to hang out waiting. I wanted to just move. So take that information and use it the best you can. And I really feel like you can only make the best decision in the moment that you're in. You don't know what's going to happen. But this is just a suggestion to you in your reading that if this does make sense to you, it may make some of you stop and think about your choices, the choices that you're going to make coming into fruition in this month of June when it comes to meeting a new partner or potential partner or getting back with a partner. Okay, 5s, if you would be so kind as to choose any question at all, and what we'll do is we're going to answer it. We're going to answer what's the best outcome to our 5's question in this month of June. So you can ask again about love, you can ask about job, you can ask about any old thing that you like, any old thing at all. And we're going to see what's the best possible outcome we can get for our lovely, lovely 5s. Okay, 5s. I feel like you're doing very well in something, or you're doing status quo. You're feeling like things are okay. And then there's a nosedive down, and then there's another nosedive up. So, though you get shaken up at some point in the situation, and if that has already happened, by the time you're hearing this, you've already had the shake-up, you're going to have another shake where things get better, because there's going to be a lot of luck coming your way in the situation where random things happen to give you the direction that you need, the answers that you need, the things that you need, or the way to get to the things that you need to get to a better position than you started out in. So there's a bit of herky-jerky going on. And the card that I find you at in the beginning of all this herky-jerky is a card where it happens to be a number 2 card. And it's a card where you're really balancing. You're balancing maybe work, maybe love, maybe this issue or that issue. And you're balancing, you're doing very well at it, and we want to get you back to there or better by the end of the month. So hang in there if it's not an automatic. That's the only thing I want to add, fives. If it's automatically, like, the stock market crashes on Monday and comes back with a bang on Tuesday, if it doesn't go like that and the stock market crashes on Monday, but it takes 2 weeks or a month to bounce back, it is going to bounce back. Have the faith and be a part of the situation. It's not about sitting back and it's going to come to you. That would be a different card. This card is for you to observe the opportunities that randomly come to you to make the situation better and to know that your destiny is to have a good outcome. Your destiny is to be led to a very good outcome, to get your course back on track with this person or situation. Fives, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, would you please? I'd love to have you. And if you'd like to know more about me, please jump onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com. And the calculations to get your power year numbers are on the website and in the information box below in case you'd like to know someone else's power year number. Thanks so much, fives. Take care. Till next time.